Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of MLB 2014, the show. If you watched my previous episodes, I dabbled in Double A and struggled and failed and struggled a bit more, and I guess I did decent, but not really that great. Nothing to write home about. But I decided to proceed with my career a little bit, and I pretty much simulated through the rest of the Double A season and put myself into, well, I didn't put myself into majors. The end of the off season, the Red Sox, who I got traded to, offered me a contract, which I thought was really low, but I'm like, well, I'm still in Double A, so I guess that's fine. Little did I know that I was actually signing a contract for the Major League squad. So I got paid like $59,000 for a 1-year contract. I'm like, great, I negotiated a higher amount, but it ended up being just very low salary. But I'm still on the MLB roster. I'm going to be backing up third baseman, I guess. I haven't started the Major League, so let's see how I do. All my stuff is still the same. I didn't really change anything. I'm still doing zone hitting, still in my beginner status because I'm a beginner. But I'm kind of curious if I'll start. Like here they're pinch hitting me. Yeah, sure, let's go into it. Basically, if you keep simming the games, they'll stop in the middle of the game to put you in as a pinch hitter if they call you in there. So right now we're coming in to the bottom of the 8th. No, top of the 8th. Top of the 9th, sorry. Top of the 9th inning. And tied at 1. Be facing J.J. Putz. Last time I remember J.J. Putz, he was on the Mariners. So, I don't know if this is accurate, but that's the last time I was really paying attention to baseball, I guess. But we'll be inserted into the game and we'll see how we do, I guess. Couldn't be any worse than last time, right? But I'll be facing some Major League pitching, which will be a pretty big jump from the Double A's. Major League debut as a pinch hitter. Playing for the Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox are an okay team. I was never a big fan of them, but yeah. There's more teams I'd rather not face, or rather not be a part of than the Red Sox. Yeah, ground out to start the game. Well, to finish my game. Oh well. As you can see, I haven't changed my style. I still swing at the first pitch and every pitch. And they replaced me in the field. Thanks for stopping by. So, 6-3 ground out. Whatever. We'll do better next time, right? That's what I say. That's not what I do. Alrighty. So a great average of 0. I hope they start me at some point. I don't know if I can get my stats good enough to get ahead of the starter as a pinch hitter only. There we go. We'll be batting 6th in the lineup. Okay, John Lester, I know who that is. I think he got traded to the Cubs. I believe. At least he was in talks with the Cubs. I forgot if they made a decision about him. Matt Moore, I never heard of him. So kind of what I was looking for was to be into the majors. At least I know most of these players and like know what they're good at, somewhat. Then again, as the road to the show option here, I mean, you only pretty much get you just get to face the pitchers and you know your teammates, and that's pretty much it. The rest of the opponents really doesn't make a difference to me. because I don't have to pitch them or anything. Let's try one practice swing since we didn't get any last time. That's good. And we'll start the game. I felt like I was getting better at my batting last time I was playing this. I didn't stream that or record it. But I felt like I was getting a little bit better. I almost hit for a cycle, which was crazy. I actually hit a grand slam my first at bat, and then a triple, and then a double, and then 2 ground outs. I couldn't get the single. That was rough. So I'm going to keep guessing high fastball. See, it shrinks, which means I didn't guess right. Here it is. Single. Oh well. Base hits are base hits. I haven't really figured out the process as far as how it works with the guess pitch option. Because, hey, first career major league hit. Alright. Are they taking me out? Okay, I was like, is Mac Napoli coming in to run for me? Yeah, I'll hold on to that. Okay. Now I get to run on base, which is my best stat. I have more pickoffs than any other player, probably. Swing and a miss. Who's that? Milton Bradley? It's only Bradley I know. I don't think he even plays anymore. Xander Bogaerts. I've heard of this guy. I've never seen him play. He must be relatively new within the last year or two. Because, like I said in my previous broadcast, I really have not... Oh, nice catch. Who's that? Can't read. Will Myers. Never heard of that guy either. I'm so out of touch with baseball. This year, I'll watch some of it. I hope. Whoop. Curveball inside. It's not going to be it. It's a bad guess. That's foul. So I was saying before is I don't understand the guess pitch all the way, because I know if you get something correct, the zone increases in size, and if you don't, it decreases. Whoop. That's good. Back to my infamous strikeouts. But sometimes the zone doesn't change at all, which I don't know if that means that I guessed the right pitch, but the wrong location. Sometimes it gets bigger, so I don't know if that means I guessed. And there's also, obviously, if you guess the right pitch and location, it kind of lights up and locks into the zone for you. Then all you gotta do is the timing bat. Which I hope I can... Actually, my first at bat was the right guess, I believe. Where it lights up and starts blinking and your controller starts vibrating. It goes crazy. And then you miss it anyway. Yeah, skipping around. So, I'm not really sure. I never looked it up. I wanted to, but I thought I could just pick it up by watching myself play, but apparently not, because yeah, I still have no idea what I'm doing. I took kind of some advice from a guy that was watching my stream last time. Or I assume a guy. I guess I don't know for sure. But a person who was viewing my stream suggested guessing like a fastball up or a fastball down. And then if you get it wrong, you know it's going to be the opposite, either up or down. I was doing that a little bit before, and it worked pretty well. But I also been trying to guess what makes logical sense to guess for a pitch. Like if a pitcher's pretty good at a curveball, and he's a right-hander, I'll usually guess an outside curveball or slider. That's a pretty common pitch for righty to righty. Just get the pitch running away from you. So, those are usually a good guess. 2 singles and a strikeout, that's not bad. I've definitely had worse days than that. If you've seen my other episodes, you can attest to that. Alrighty. Milestone for my first Major League Baseball hit. 35 points. I should probably check these. 170, that's not that much. I've mostly been updating my vision, a little bit of discipline, some power, but mostly contact. I can't even update anymore. Back control training session. No, we'll skip that. Yeah, I get to start again. I don't know what the 2 stars mean either. I don't know what a lot of stuff means in these games. But we'll see if we do any better in this game. I'm trying to see if my stream looks okay. I think it does. Let me check one thing here. Bear with me while we're loading anyway. But yeah, I decided to play this game again. I wanted to kind of get something else going. I didn't want to just record another episode of Mean Double A's because, you know, people are probably tired of seeing that garbage. I know I am. So I played a little bit through the... I'm just going to skip this, though. Played a little bit on my own just to advance my character a little bit. And I was actually surprised I jumped from the Double A all the way to the majors in that off season. We're against Toronto. Were we against them? No, we were against the Rays last time. I don't know much about the Blue Jays. I'm playing first. That's different. Oh. As I was saying before my last broadcast, the first time I ever played the game, I made a first baseman, and it was the most boring thing ever, playing the field. Because all you do is stand there, like I'm doing right there. They hit the... Throw the ball. Then that happens most of the time too. You don't get your player all the way exactly on the base, and then the guy just holds the ball until you get there. Then the guy gets the first, but you know, you don't get an error for it. It's kind of the easiest position to play, I think, in the game. And besides pitcher, you really don't field as a pitcher. Ooh, can that get out? I don't think so. I've noticed the power swing. I have not hit a home run using the power swing. I just use the power swing there. Sometimes when I lock on, I get confident. It's a big mistake, apparently. And I try to hit the power swing. And they usually fly out like I did. Or I hit like some weird ground ball. Doesn't go anywhere. But every home run I've hit as this player has been with a regular swing. So I don't know if that has to do with my power stats. Maybe my power stat is down a little bit. Or just something with the game. Maybe I'm off my timing or something. But I guess I'll just stick with a regular swing unless I get something that comes up with like a really good count, like a 3-0 or a 3-1. Usually you want to try to hit a good power swing at that time because you'll get one right down the middle probably. Or if, let's say there's a runner. Ooh, got him. If there's a runner on third, let's say, and there's less than 2 outs, it's good to try to hit a power swing because you can get the ball into the outfield better. And at least if it gets caught, it'll be your runner can tag up and score. Alright, back in the game. This guy, let's just throw a fastball up. Oh, it didn't get through. Worth a shot. That might have been a little bit outside. I think I was off of my zone, though. But yeah, I don't like that they have me on first. Maybe I'm assuming either David Ortiz must be pinch hitting, or not pinch hitting, designated hitter. Come on, throw the ball. Nice catch. I got it. I'm assuming Ortiz is a designated hitter. I don't think they retired him in this game yet. I think he might even still be playing in real life, for all I know. Oh. And I don't cover. Your friend has joined a party. Oop, go up. Fastball? I don't know. See if that works. Ooh, it's too low. I didn't change my zone. We'll go down in a four-seam fastball. See, it didn't change that time, so I'm not positive what that means. Get over his head somehow. Oh, really? Over the shoulder catch? At least I'm still making solid contact. And that's pretty good for being in the majors. Because I jumped from AA to majors, so that's worth something, right? Hey, I get to field one. I'll take it myself. Really, first base, I mean, you pretty much don't feel anything unless it's hit right at you. Because if it's just to the right, your second baseman will probably get that 9 times out of 10. Adam Lind, I've heard of him. He's a good player. He's got some power. He'll apparently ground out, though. Because why else would they be showing me in the field if he's not a ground out? Very rarely you'll get a pop-up to the first base side. I really wish I could just skip all the fielding if they're going to stick me at first base like this. It's really boring. But instead they put you in the field more because like most plays involve the first baseman. So they want to give you a lot of opportunities to field. I guess technically I get more stats doing this. I get better points. I get to upgrade my stuff. We are down by a lot. Time to save the day. Ha. Oop. Slider? Too late? No. Too high. See that? It looked like an increase, but I guessed outside and a slider. And that was a up top two-seam fastball. And that increased. But that was in the right zone. But it wasn't a slider, I know that for sure. And we lose again. Alright. I really hate the American League. Sorry for anybody who likes the American League. I'm a National League person. I always have been. I don't like the DH rule. A friend of mine from high school used to have a strong opinion about it too, which I completely agree with now and I support myself at this point, is that you have a designated hitter so the pitcher doesn't have to bat. Okay, I get that. But why stop there then? If you're going to make a designated hitter for each person, why don't you have a designated hitter for the shortstop? Because most shortstops aren't that great of a hitter. Usually, average hitters at best. Usually. So why not just have a designated hitter for the shortstop? Why not have a designated hitter for the catcher? Why not just have an offense and a defensive team for each teams, like football? So you have a really good fielding team and a really good batting team. It's like, where does it stop? And then it comes into problem because you have these interleague plays that they have currently. So depending on what park they play in, they're either going to have a DH in the lineup for both teams or no DH at all. Which means the AL team has to bench one of their better hitters or make him field first where he's not that great. Look at that. Practice makes imperfection. But then the National League if they're forced to use a DH, they got to use one of their bench players who's probably not that great of a hitter. I mean, they don't design their roster to have a really good batter sitting on the bench every day. Hey, Mark Burley. That's cool. Mark Burley is one of my friend's favorite pitchers. Run for your life. Good? Yeah, I'm good. Error, though. I'll get poor at bat. I get a point, though. Jackie Bradley Jr. Never heard of him. Mark Burley used to be a pitcher for the Chicago White Sox. He won the World Series with them. Of course, I know this. I'm in Chicago, so I know a bit about Mark Burley. He had I think he had a perfect game, at least a no-hitter. I think he had 2 no-hitters within the past few years. Very fast pitcher, though. By fast, he works very fast. It doesn't really translate into the game, but it's a double play. Break it up. Yeah, too late. But yeah, he works fast. Like, he would get the ball, he'd set, and he'd start his pitch. He's a quick player. Something always I hear about on the radio was if Mark Burley was pitching, ooh, and you're a gambler, like that catch, by the way? That was pretty amazing. I don't know if I hit any buttons that registered. I think he just did that by himself. Don't give me too much credit. But they're saying that if Mark Burley was pitching, you want to bet the under for the time of the game, because they'll probably go very fast. There's another pitcher who was really fast doing the pitching also. I can't remember who it was, though. They always talked about. Foul. I guess I'm fine being on the Red Sox, though, even though I don't like the AL. Whoop. Can I push him? I want to push him over. Yeah, I didn't move my zone. It was a high ball. I hit underneath it. Ground out, pop out. Alright, let's try something different. I don't even know. Cut fastball, inside. See, that increased. So I'm wondering, it definitely was not inside. So it was a changeup. So why did it increase? That's what I don't understand. Maybe he meant for it to be inside and it was a bad pitch? Man, I thought that was pretty good contact. Oh well. But yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe if somebody knows, they could let me know. But that just seems odd that it would increase the size of my zone. Like, hey, you guessed correctly. Here's a bonus. But then it ends up being nothing like I guessed. Brett Lowry. I've heard of him. Never seen him play. But again, I'm not really a Blue Jays fan by any means. I don't know if I can get to this one. Whoops. Good reaction. Good throw decision. Throwing error. So I didn't even know there was a guy on second. Not that I could have done anything about it. Bad throw, though. Look at that. Sail away. Alright. Let's do a slider inside. See what they say about that. It increased in size. It looked like a slider. It was high inside, though. That was a four-seam fastball. It had a lot of movement on it. Low fastball. Whoops. Now he throws a slider. So it looks like he's going up with a lot of pitches. I'm going to guess down, though, because that... Oh, here it is. Late swing. You can do better than that. At least, I think you can. But I've been wrong before. So that shrunk. Can that get out? Is it possible? No. Did it bounce over? I'll take a double. Ground rule double. For those who don't know the rules of baseball, if you hit the ball in play and then it bounces over the fence, that is a ground rule double. As you can see, it bounced up and into the crowd. And it hit that guy in the face who wasn't looking. Because they weren't programmed to look. Which is sad. I really wish there was an option to reduce this even further. Like, only show the at-bat. I mean, they cut it in half. Which is nice. At least that's something. It's always better than nothing. That's what they say. But, I mean, did I get away? Should I run back? Usually they just leave me sitting out there. But I think it ran back for me that time. Which is fine. Makes me look smarter. Like I decided to do that. One other thing about this game I wish was different is the player interactions. If you've played like NBA 2K15, that's pretty big right now, a lot of the stuff is really overblown and exaggerated and stupid and corny. But it's nice to have the option, like after a game you go to an interview and you get to choose what you say to the media. You have other player interactions with you and you get to choose what you say to them. And that'll advance your career or your personality or your teammate grades, things like that. I wish that was involved in this game a little bit more. From what I've seen, there's nothing. And from what I've read, there's also nothing. So I could be wrong. There might be something later on, but I really haven't seen anything. You got Mark Burley pitching a gem, and Felix Dubront. I never heard of him. Jose Reyes, I know him. He used to be on the Mets. Was he in the... No, I think he was just on the Mets when I knew him. Good player, though. I liked Jose Reyes. He was on my fantasy team a lot when I played fantasy baseball. Good hitter. So, error, got on base, double play, got a double out of that. So, not that bad of a game. But we'll see how we do in the next game.